Hey folks, Colin here, and welcome back to our garden. I just wanted to take a few minutes today to talk about compost, which is basically a fancy word for broken down organic matter like kitchen scraps, yard waste, garden debris, which instead of sending it off to the landfill where it can break down into methane, which is a harmful greenhouse gas, you can use it as fertility for your garden. So there's lots of ways to compost, and you can really get as complicated or as simple as you want. And today we'll just go over two methods um, that we have access to. Basically, organic material is going to break down any way you put it. So you can get as creative or uncreative as you want with doing these. In your area, if you live in a city, or some towns have it too, your municipal government might collect compost, and you can just take it out with your trash and recycling. So look into that and check out these ways that we do our compost. So we have one of these compost bins that you can buy. Now you don't have to have one of these, as I'll show in just a minute, but we use it just as a convenient way to keep pests out and kind of keep everything together. When we're making our compost, we'll just keep it in a metal bowl in the fridge. That way it doesn't start to smell, and we'll keep it there for a week or so before we take it down, or just whenever it fills up, which is usually in a couple days. And then it's just as easy as dumping it in. And if you want, this isn't totally necessary, but it can help with the nutritional profile of your compost. Putting in some brown organic matter, as they call it, like wood chips or leaves or just other stuff that's kind of woody and dry. That'll help one, get it to a better water content, and also give the worms and other life in there something to feast on. And you'd want to put in a lot more than I just did, but again, it's not totally necessary, but it will kind of bulk out your compost too. So we'll take you to the next spot and show you another way to do your compost. So this is another type of compost bin that you might have seen. It's obviously a lot larger, and this one's a little in disuse, but this is a similar one, and definitely a lot cheaper to set up if you have access to pallets like we did here. And you use it in basically the same way. You just throw your scraps in. If you're worried about pests and things like that getting in your compost, you can put a layer of organic material on top to kind of stop the smell emanating from your kitchen scraps and attracting in raccoons or mice, stuff like that.